Hey, what's up, guys? Let's assume that the apocalypse has come and it is upon us at the moment. Now it's time to make a fire. So I want to do some more testing with this zombie knife from Up Armored. I know it's not everyone's style, but regardless of its paint job, I want to see how good of a knife it is. So we're going to continue doing that by batoning through some wood. It bites very nicely. Of course, we still have that chip from when we hit our rock, so this steel is not stronger than rock, but that's okay. Not many is or are. That's the right way to say that. Anyway, as you can imagine, just doing some more work. Got my baton, and we're to get through here. See what we can do. Alright, now with this, given our thickness of our blade, not a whole lot to work with. Just about, I mean, this is wide, it's just about as our cutting edge, so not a whole lot to hit on the other side there. But it's a zombie apocalypse, people, and this is what I got. And this is the piece of wood I have, so let's assume this is the situation at hand. Eat the crap out of this thing. Alright, so let's come in a little bit closer to our edge, so at least we have something to hit. Actually, that's not going to work either. Alright, well, hopefully this will wedge open. Just have to use the entire edge. I'm actually going to put this closer in. In other words, the edge stops right here, our actual cutting edge, but I'm going to put it higher up so that we have more to hit on our tip. This will put a lot of stress on the base of the blade here because there's no cutting edge and it's trying to push through solid wood. Heavy, thick, dense piece of birch with lots and lots of knots in it. It's a very knotty piece of wood. Clearly not working as I want it to. That's okay. Still a good test of the knife. I say really beating the crap out of this thing. You can see some of the Duracoat coming off, very lightly anyway. I'm determined to get through this piece of wood, even though this is not meant for it. Let's go the other way, through this knot, see if that does anything for us. Don't think it will, but we'll see. See the back of the baton, all the Duracoat. So I mean, it's a heavy duty finish, but nothing's perfect, and knives like this are necessarily meant to be used like this. If you want to keep that paint anyway, the knife will always be its knife. Doesn't matter what kind of coating's on it. It's 1095 chrome vanadium, by the way. Blade steel. Alright, well. This is more testing. Oh, crap. I just hit our skull bee that exploded. Not necessary for the use of the knife, but it was aesthetic. Now it's part of the ground, I suppose. Anyway, even though I'm not doing a great job of processing this piece of wood, I am certainly testing our knife here. Let's try the other end. That helps us out any. I'll go right through this knot on the side here. I don't see any damage to our edge other than what was there from our little rock experience. So that's good. Let's, you know what, here. When you have a fatter piece of wood like this, what you're really supposed to do is cut off parts the size. You don't necessarily have to go right through the middle. So we'll do that right now. Let's assume my life really is on the line here. I just need some firewood. This is what I would do. Not just testing a knife. Trying to shimmy this up a little bit. There we go. So we're close to the handle, have much more real estate to hit. Of course, going right through a knot over here. Very difficult stuff. In fact, it's breaking off as opposed to going all the way through it. So we'll continue with this. Lop a little bit off the edges. The obvious disadvantage of a shorter blade, well, it's obvious. I don't have to say it, do I? Smaller blade means, you know, processing smaller logs. This happened to be all I have, which if, you know, in a wooded environment, you could look around, but you could see the downside here. Not a whole lot of extra blade to hit on. And this particular piece, being so dense, and of course having all these knots everywhere, is making it very difficult to do this task. But it's realistic. Good test of the durability of the blade, though. I'll say that. Certainly not just something to put in a display case. One thing I have noticed is our tip has blunted. You can see that. Now before the video came on, I was kind of stabbing and torquing just to see our tip strength. In fact, let's do that right now. We'll continue that. This 1095 is going to be beneficial in some ways, and also it's going to have some drawbacks as well as compared to, like, say, a stainless or something. Let's try the side here. Well, you can see our Duracoat smearing a little bit. Now, the tip is definitely blunted. It's not snapped. That'll be the benefit of some of the softer steels, but of course we lost our point. So it's rounded and it's dulled. So if you had to do, it happened to be the only knife you have and you need some fine work or something, it's definitely going to be a drawback. Interesting. Try to cut this sideways. No, this is not recommended. How about that? I kind of thought that would really damage our blade more. It didn't. Alright, I'm going to attempt to take another piece off the side of our block here. Well, you know what? You get more of that tip exposed. Want maximum surface area to work with here. Alright, so right there. And once again, once we get to the knot, extremely difficult. I'm going to pry this out, which is definitely not recommended. I'm not going to be able, it's too thick to snap off. I was going to snap it off and use a prying action, but that is not going to work. So I'm going to wiggle it out. There we go. Let's cut this sideways again. Definitely not the recommended way to process wood, but this is a very difficult piece here that I'm working with, and obviously a little bit large for this knife. So, interesting. Lop off one little piece here again. I'm going to try some other stuff. Way too many knots in this thing. So, yep. I guess that's it for now, for this anyway. But good testing. I will continue to do what I got to do and get this thing used and abused to see where its weaknesses are and where its pros are. So I'll do some more stuff. I don't know if I'll film it all, but I will definitely get a review for you fairly soon on this knife. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon.